The High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, in Kubwa, Abuja, on Friday lifted an interlocutory injunction earlier issued to stop the All Progressive Congress (APC) National Convention from holding. The judge, Bello Kuwa, vacated the interlocutory order earlier made on November 18, 2021, following an application by APC's legal team. The news agency of Nigeria NAN reports that Mr. Kawu vacated the order, relying on a recent Supreme Court decision which held that a party member does not have the right to take the party to court. An APC member, Salisu Umuru, had sued the chairman, caretaker, and extraordinary convention planning committee, Governor Mai Mala Buni of Yobe State, and the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), seeking an order to stop the planned convention of the party. The judge had granted an interlocutory injunction sought by the applicant. Shaibu Arua, a senior advocate of Nigeria, had applied for an order setting aside the order. Mr. Arua urged the court to grant his client's prayer, set aside the interlocutory order, and strike out the suit for lack of jurisdiction in the interest of justice. The defense counsel added that the claimant's counsel, Mike Enahoro Eba, did not file any process to counter his application. In response, Mr. Enahoro Eba said Mr. Arua served him on March 11 and his 11 days had not lapsed, adding that the right to respond in line with the rules of the court had been curtailed. He, however, asked the court to adjourn for him to file a counter affidavit. Mr. Arua, in response, said he served the claimant since March 9th through the former claimant's counsel, F.O. Ekpa, adding that the 7 days elapsed on March 16th. The judge granted the prayer by setting aside its earlier order stopping the APC convention. He thereafter adjourned the case until March 30th for the hearing of the substantive suit. Earlier, Mr. Enahoro Eba moved a motion dated March 10, pursuant to Order 43, Rule 1 of the Rules of the Court, seeking an order of the court setting aside the hearing notices of parties of this suit, seeking abridgment of time of March 15th against March 30 for hearing. The second prayer is an order of the court setting aside every step taken by the APC and burning for the fixing of March 26 for its convention. Third, it is setting aside every committee inaugurated by the APC and the report of such committees, including any notice of purported notice of INEC. The application is supported by a 5-paragraph affidavit and one exhibit attached, which is the order of the court made on November 18, 2021, restraining APC from proceeding with its convention pending the determination of the suit, he said. In response, Mr. Arua said he filed a 5-paragraph counter affidavit and relied on all the paragraphs and the attached letter written by APC and Mr. Buni to the party's former lawyer and himself. He said they agreed that their application would be taken either on March 14th or March 15th and was endorsed by the former counsel. The application for review of dates is not strange. It was agreed between me and the former counsel, Mr. Arua said. The counsel to INEC, Al Hassan Umar, a senior advocate of Nigeria, supported Mr. Arua's submission and referred the court to Order 43, Rule 8 of the Rules of the Court. He added that the change of date was based on terms agreed by parties. NAN reports that the convention is scheduled to hold on March 26, 2022. One thing is certain, that APC cannot approach the 2023 general elections with all of this crisis. They need to bring it to an end. Court cases here and there. And if you look at it, surprisingly, the main reason Mai Mala Buni was appointed, that reason has not been met yet. The main purpose for his appointment, in June 2020, June 25th to be precise, President Muhammadu Buhari appointed Mai Mala Buni, the governor of Yobe State, to try and put the party together, because at that point the party was in a very bad shape. Adams Oshomole was accused of um, all of the problems the party was facing. His national working committee was dissolved and he himself was sent packing. And one would think that within the space of time from when Mai Malabuni was appointed up to now, the party would have been more settled. Political analysts have argued right now that it's clear, or it's very obvious right now, that Adams Oshomole was not the problem of the party, because Adams Oshomole being removed, the party has faced series of crises. There are still factions within different chapters of the All Progressive Congress. And the most surprising one is that APC members itself, they're the ones dragging the party to court. It's not even the opposition parties, APC members. This suit before the court was telling the court that the court has to stop the All Progressive Congress from conducting the planned national convention. APC, they've given us a date. We know how it's been. They've moved the date a couple of times, but March 26, we're looking at it. It's not long to go from now, just a couple of days. Uh, um, the APC members, they're asking the court to stop the APC's national convention from holding on that very date on March 26th. But right now, the court has just vacated that order stopping the APC national convention. And the reason it gave was that a single member that's the decision was that a party member does not have the right to take the party to court. That one party member, or maybe a group of party member, cannot take the whole of the party. They can take an individual, but not the whole of the party. That is the reason they threw the case away. But they're still going to be meeting again on the 30th of March. That should have been when the convention should have finished. My Malabrini himself, he just came out of some kind of hurdle. While he was away, he went on medical trip. A lot was going on, that he's been removed. A lot of speculations and insinuations that he's been removed. And Bello, who was acting on his behalf, was not being seen as the person who is now in charge of the party. But on his return, everything has come back to normal. He has even reorganized the subcommittees for the convention and even for the 2023 general election. He's done some reshuffling. Initially, Ganduje was heading a position. Ganduje has been removed. So he's just done some reshuffling. Mai Malabuni is still in charge of the party and is still handling the affairs of the party up till the convention, up till when they hold the convention and decide who the new national chairman of the party is going to be. APC engulfed in crisis, always crisis. From 2020 till now, the crisis has not stopped. And this is the ruling party. One would imagine that if they have to go through all of these issues, they are always fighting themselves. So what time do they have to plan for the country and think about moving the country forward? They being the ruling party. Currently, what they are doing, they are working hard to see how they can retain power come 2023. But if they don't put their house together, there's no way they can serve the country. They can't make any changes because it's infighting. They will just all the time they will use it to be fighting one another, war of words and between one another, allegations, propagandas, and all of that. Well, guys, leave us your take. The court has just vacated the order stopping APC's national convention from holding. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe till I come your way again on more updates. Bye.